In the early 1830s, the fragile unity of the young United States faced a dire test. The Nullification crisis of 1832 to 1833 pitted South Carolina against the federal government, raising fundamental questions about states' rights and the power of the Union. At the heart of the conflict were tariffs, taxes on imported goods designed to protect northern industry. For the agrarian South, reliant on foreign trade, these tariffs felt punitive. South Carolina, led by Vice President turned Senator John C. Calhoun, declared the federal tariffs of 1828 and 1832 unconstitutional, calling them the Tariff of Abominations. Calhoun championed the doctrine of nullification, asserting that states had the right to reject federal laws deemed unconstitutional. In November 1832, South Carolina took a bold step, passing an ordinance to nullify the tariffs and threatening secession if forced to comply. President Andrew Jackson was unwavering in his defense of the Union. He viewed nullification as a direct attack on the federal government's authority. In 1833, he issued the Force Bill, authorizing the use of military action to enforce federal law in South Carolina. The nation teetered on the brink of violence, but cooler heads intervened. Senator Henry Clay, known as the Great Compromiser, brokered a deal, the Compromise Tariff of 1833, which gradually reduced the controversial duties over the next decade. Though the immediate crisis was averted, the nullification crisis exposed the deep divisions between North and South. It set a precedent for conflict over states' rights, a conflict that would eventually erupt into the Civil War 3 decades later. The nullification crisis was a battle of ideas and power, testing the resilience of the Union. Its lessons remind us that unity requires both strength and compromise. Subscribe to EOTV Media for more defining moments in history that shaped the world we live in today.